then guys, so I was explaining him before we got the phone call. I roughly get this to a size, so I do like 650 or something. As long as it's bigger than what you need to cover. I actually, on this piece, only need to cover the first few inches. But regardless, I thought I'd do the lot anyway, because the last thing you want to do is rely on a silicone joint somewhere down here. Context, if you've got children, if this was your property and you've got children and orange juice, milk or whatever gets spilt over the counter, or in years to come if this kitchen is a family kitchen, yeah, the last thing you want is moisture to ingress in the side there. So like, why half-heart it? Why not just do a proper job? But there you go. So we put the first piece down here on the bottom so that we can fold it up like a hinge, and that keeps it really tight to this edge. And then these straps over the top, much like when you're fixing skirting, is just to pull the rest of it in, and then with your hand, oh, look at me, I'm professional with my mic in the way. Then with your hand, it doesn't get warm, but obviously I just put a bit of pressure on there and just try and push that in. Now, I'm meant to come back to this in 24 hours. I can tell you, in 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna crack on with doing something of this, but I will be extremely delicate. I know I could easily break that if I touch it in the next 10 minutes. However, I need to router out these dog bolts and I need to get this worktop in. Should have done it last night, really, shouldn't I? Lesson learned. Worked till like 6:30 last night because context, it is dust. This Thursday, the 17th of April. Tomorrow is a bank holiday Friday. I'm self-employed. Of course I want to have Friday off, do I? Right, got one more to do then. So let's see if I can do this with a bit of a closer view. Edging strip. That is massively too big. Do I have a knife? Of course I don't. I'll mark that. No, it's not in my pocket. I remember now. Put it back in the van. Rapaka-rabam. Don't recommend doing this on your worktop, but you can do this. I stop just before the end and you go, whoop, ding. Lovely. That is how, or the easiest way to sort this out. Now this one is very, very, very close. So now, roughly, get that to length and then 50-50 it. Or as best you can, 50-50 it, yeah? And then is what you're looking to do is, I know this side here is my front edge, so I nicely call that the most important, right? Then I lay this over the top with my finger, he says. With my finger, I then can do all of this like this. Honestly, because this stuff, hold on, let me get this. Because this stuff is honestly like 1.5, 2 mil thick, you can get away with a tiny bit of slack. It will always stretch the gaffer tape and try and pull tight. So you don't have to go crazy right now in this part of the process. You don't have to go crazy over getting it perfect. You do, in a minute, have to worry about something different. And that is when this folds down, make sure, because it's curved like that, make sure that you're not like high and low as you're going like that. Make sure you, because believe it or not, you can't, that's too small to do it, but if it was bigger, it could flex. And you don't want it flexing. Keep this by you, flip this upside down. Right, I really wanted to, in fact, I'll hold you now. This is the front edge, this is the important bit. All I'm doing is this. Doesn't matter whether you go up and down, round and round and round and round. What matters is you get an even coverage. That is what really matters. And then, again on here. You can see a little bit of that gaffer tape. That is all right. We ain't gonna lose sleep over that. Put that away, make sure you get the lid back on this, because if you don't, you won't have much glue when you come back. Right, this is a cheeky little builder's filling knife. And all I wanna do is just nicely get an Right, guys, everything's going everywhere. You got the gist? Let me do my thing for a minute. If I fluff this up, I'm the man that gets called back. I don't want that for my customers and I don't want that for me. All right, so once you get something that looks something like this, you can then bend this around and start to massage that on there, but, big but, don't lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Yeah, when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you
back to the point, you can wrap that round there, and you can really, really, really pull that tight, and then massage that gaffer tape down, and then just, yeah, massage this out. Be careful you don't slide your worktop and scratch it. Make sure that this has got a bit of a lip. Yeah, it's got a bit of a lip. Bosh, there we go. Right then guys, there's that worktop. Right then guys, I'm gonna try and explain to you how I'm doing this at the minute. So, I've just done that last bit on time lapse. So I put my, it's not damages, green little tab so I know where that is. That and then allows me to mark on this edge, like while the boards are butted up to each other, I can't do the left and the right and like get it right. So if I put the tape across, strike a line, bosh. One, the tape holds it in place, and yeah, all of that. Tape holds it in place, allows it not to move. It's just a bit more accurate in my personal opinion. It's not factual, but yeah, and then I can go strike, and then I can do the dog bolt cutouts. These are what we call the dog bolt cutouts. And you would normally put a pin in the end, slide that up, and that would sort of calibrate it for you while you're doing a mason's mitre. But this is square edge, so we're gonna butt it, and yeah, again, I keep saying this, shout out to LTW Carpentry for recommending biscuits to stop the play. I like the idea of that, so we're going to give that a roll. I'm going to clamp this here, and I just do one dog bolt at a time, and I just move my jig left and right. So that's there. I've unplugged myself. I need to plug back in. So, do I want to do something sick? Let's set you guys up somewhere where you can see and I can talk and explain everything. So then guys, aim of the game here is slow and steady. You see how the end of this router cutter towards the bottom, it's a bit burnt, it's a bit scorched. Right, that router cutter is spinning at around 6,500 RPM. For context, that's like you getting in your little petrol car and going flat to the floor for the next 30 minutes. So you can imagine these bits burn out quite quickly. So that is nicely a little bit of an insight and context as to why kitchen fitting and doing the worktops costs so much, because quite literally maybe 2-3 dog bolts and a mason's mitre, this cutter is pretty much going to be ready for the bin. You can see I've obviously used this one a couple of times. I try and get one cutter, one 60-pound cutter, to last 2 joints, say a hob and a sink. I try, but us tradies, we try and be smart, and we try and say jigsaw, or you've seen me using my track saw. We try and be smart to save the router cutter for the router cutting. But yeah, look, as that stops, that is well and truly scorched. So there's a bit of an insight to why it's expensive. Right, I better be quick now. This is the biscuit cutter, and we just do this. Lovely. And here's the biscuits. Let's go test it. Gonna have to sort out the bottom of this. When I say the bottom of this, I'm talking about this lip. Join us outside. Right, so I now wish to trim this. So let's get a file. Hello, my name is Dave Flayas. I'd like to file a complaint, please. If you know where that's from, comment below. And if you do know where that's from, you're from the 90s. Files, insert clip, that's where it's from.
Good afternoon, Met Office Dan speaking.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hello, yes. I'd like to make a complaint, please.
Okay, no problem. What's it referring to exactly?
With the weather.
Please note, I only ever push. I've done that at, don't know when, but it's now 1:30 for context. So as much as it says 24 hours, you don't have to leave it 24 hours. And then I just get this one. Close your eyes, I'm going to cheat. I do not recommend this. This blade is chucking and spinning that way, so again I'm pulling in. Please note that this back edge is what will never ever be seen. Once I get to here, I will have to go back to the file. Guarantee. I will show this, I'm an honest man. guarantee every single kitchen fitter right now is screwing. I'm going to get involved in the comments. And I get it, it's bad. That is... But if it works, it ain't stupid. I would not recommend copying that unless you're prepared to buy yourself some new worktop if you're up. All right, now let's polish it up with this. The answer to what I'm doing here is these files are very aggressive and I need a finer file. Right, give it a whirl, give it a twirl, give it a blow. Gosh. Right, come with me. Right then, boys and girls, here we go. So I'm going to end up being in the shot half the time for this, but this is what we're trying to connect. Dog bolts need to go in here, like so. Make that as long as possible, but also, not like that. What else do I also need to do? I also need to make sure that one doesn't fall out as I put this one in. Is that going to go in? Here in, baby. Why do they look different? That is scaring me. Very scary. Right, these are now the biscuits. I'm going to dry fit. I am going to dry fit and test before I say this works. I'm going to have to go that way with the biscuits, aren't I? Which is not going to be very fun. There we go. We're in there with the biscuits. Oh, no. Oh, Lewis. Another YouTuber shouted me out on a YouTube, Ryan. We've got eyes watching us today. That's awesome. That is an awesome shout. And Aaron, in fairness. Aaron, I think, agreed with using biscuits. So thank you, Aaron and Lewis, aka LTW and Aaron's Aaron. We ain't got him on YouTube yet. That'll go in there. That'll go in there. Life is sweet. Gosh. These are obviously best going in there, I think, wherever they go. This one is very large, so I'm going to swap this one. That can go somewhere else. Let's try and move you guys back over here where you can see. So colour fill all along this edge. Then I've got my stick along the other edge. Got my biscuits in there thanks to Aaron and Lewis. Oh, and I can't get my hand under there. And I just want to go down nicely. And now I can do what's underneath. Right, now I need to get under here. Good shout, Aaron and Lewis saying about moving the appliance. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, I'm not big brained like that. I don't think of things like that. Start it with your fingers. Is that nipped? I think that's nipped. Yeah. Don't upset me. It'll be fine once it starts to nip. There we go, it's starting to nip now. Gearless. Oh, he's got all the tools. Shout out to Halfords. I mean, these are flimsy as hell, and they don't always work very well, but gearless. It's like, this is an Emmy spanner. This is a Halfords, well, it's just a Halfords. I thought it was going to be a Halfords Advanced. This is an M&S gearless spanner. Now, I've got to be careful, don't you? I don't do these up too far and pull the thread too far down the dog bolt that I can't get it out, because mine's like the D head. Dog bolts now are commonly like a T, I think, on trend jigs. Better watch out for that. Right, I'm going to stop and check up top. Here we go. Bubbled out in the middle there. But in fairness, I actually probably want to fill this more. So let's put you guys here. I think you might stay. No, you won't with that light on, will you? Oh, you'll stay now. So yeah, like if I remove this little key light, gosh. Here we go. Customers, Chloe and Kane, if you're watching, or any other customers that are thinking about using me to fit a kitchen worktop, or want to learn how to do this yourself. This is not the neatest, but this way works. If you have a better way, guys, teach me. I'm all for learning. As much as I'm here trying to help you guys, teach me. No man is an island. gosh. Guys, I'm trying to find somewhere I can sit you and leave you for a moment. Ryan's about to appear on shot. We're going to quickly biscuit this bad boy up. PVA, colour fill, dog bolts. Ryan wants to get on. Right, let's do this. So, the sun is out, the guns are out. Gym paying off, kind of. Minus the chicken kebabbies and the takeaways. This is going to make it quite a lot of mess. Colour fill, it will be alright. What did I just do with that? Had a load of stick, I've moved it somewhere. I'm just gluing up a dog bolt in a kitchen, mate. Are you ringing to see how I'm getting on?
Yeah. So you don't all cleared up now.
Alright, I'm a couple of hours away, mate.
Couple of hours.
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
I've just moved it to somewhere out of sight, and would I have been stupid and late in there? No. How on earth have I moved this to somewhere I can't see? Honestly, lost for words. What on earth have I done? Who knows? You guys know, because you just watched me walk out on camera with it. But I can't ask you, seriously, how have I done this? I bet you I've put it in this cupboard. Knew it. You home knew it as well, didn't you? You watched me do that, and then you've watched me now on camera run round looking for that. Thanks, guys. Right, let's get this dog bolt in here. Those biscuits, honestly, is such a good idea. To any apprentices like me that have never done anything with them dog bolts before, highly recommended. Highly recommended. 10 mil, come with me, boy. This way, please. Why am I doing this like this? I'll tell you why I'm doing this like this, guys. Because if I don't do it this way, then I won't be able to lever both pieces down at the same time. So in the back corner here in front of me, I've got that box in. That will stop me lifting up this small piece in the corner. Whereas at the other end, just below the camera, I can lift both the sink and this piece with a hob. And then I can gently place them down together and dog bolt up. Right, I now need to properly, don't like that flex, but it's got to be done. Can I get to the dog bolt? No! If I swing that out there. Yes, just. Now, I'm going to have the struggle of trying to dog bolt this other end. Let's just look under here. Don't want to get any of that on the kitchen. Colour fillers up here. We've got 3 biscuits. That is up here now. Let me just check this cupboard. I must check this cupboard. Right, that's that colour fill coloured underneath. I just want to pump a touch more in the tops, like so. 2 minutes Turkish. Done. Nearly. Last bit. You could start if you wanted. You can place it in, to be fair, if you want. You can get it here and start wiring.
Yeah, can't.
It's just in here. Do your thing.
You got a bit of cardboard?
Yeah, hold on. I'll get you a bit of whatever you need. That is going to stink.
Recording the car.
Yeah.
Terrible news. No, the king of that side.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Charlie, that hurt.
So I've been stinking Ryan out, so I'm going to go on a little voiceover. And yeah, Ryan's patiently been waiting. He's a top man like that. So now I'm helping him out. Just going to clamp these worktops up for today's video, guys. And then I'll be back on Friday and we will absolutely finish this kitchen. Give us some feedback, guys. Do I waffle too much? Do you enjoy the knowledge and information? How would you improve my videos? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.